Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm excited to record this YouTube tutorial for you to kind of give you insight into my home recording setup and to guide you along your path to very simple but an inexpensive but high quality home recording. So let's get started. This is my setup right here. I've got my iMac, which I love Apple computers, especially since most of them come with the free digital audio workstation called GarageBand. It's an amazing DAW. It helps you record things in a simple way if you're starting off fresh, not knowing anything about recording. However, today I'm actually using the step up from that. It's called Logic. To record my voice for this video, but I will get into GarageBand in another video later. So equipment wise, this is the bare minimum setup that I would have for recording, mixing, and mastering. But as far as recording, simply recording in a high quality way, all you really need is a computer that has recording software on it like GarageBand or Logic. You need a microphone, and I'd recommend getting one like this. This is the AKG 220 P220. It's about $150, and it is a large diaphragm condenser microphone, and it is used to record my voice, or it can record an acoustic guitar, what have you. It's basically just a high quality microphone that is not crazy expensive. And of course, if you have a microphone, you need a pop filter like this one. This prevents your plosives while you talk or sing, like P's and B's. It stops them from blowing up your mix and sounding awful and amateur. So you definitely need one of these. Roughly about $20 will get you a really good one. I think I got mine at either Sweetwater or Guitar Center. I highly recommend either of those resources. Next thing you need is a microphone stand. There are so many different kinds of microphone stands that you can use. This is a boom stand that I believe cost me another $20 to $30 at either Guitar Center or Sweetwater. I highly recommend getting one of these because they're versatile and you can use them in so many different ways. The boom stands have this arm that sticks out like this, and it gives you a lot of options to set up your microphone. The next thing you'll need is XLR cable, which is a cable with 3 pins, and that plugs into the bottom of your microphone and then into the next important piece of our gear, which is the interface. This interface is roughly around $150. It is the Focusrite 2i2, and it's called 2i2 because it comes with 2 channels. So why is this so important? This is probably one of the most important pieces of technology that you need, pieces of gear that you need to record in your home besides the computer. The reason why it's important is because this device basically transfers or it translates a analog signal that comes from your microphone. So your voice sends an analog signal from the microphone down through the XLR cable, plugged into the interface, and then that interface takes that signal and turns it into a digital signal through a USB cable and sends that to your computer. So that is essential in order to record your voice in a high quality way. Now you might be thinking there are some microphones that can plug in through the USB port on your computer. Those can work, and you might use that if you don't have enough money to buy an interface and a microphone. But I want to deter you from that because the really cool thing about these interfaces is they also come with these things called preamps. And the preamps basically act as amplifiers that boost your signal to your computer and really helps your voice or your instruments sound brighter and more full and more alive than if you just ran it straight through your computer, because your computer just isn't designed to do that. I mean, it can take the sound, but it won't really take the sound in a high quality way. And that's basically what we're focusing on, is recording in a high quality and inexpensive way. These, in my opinion, are some of the best pieces of gear that can help you do that. So then finally, last but not least, you need headphones. that'll help you monitor yourself while you're recording. These are just some cheap Sony headphones that I bought back in 2010, I believe, for a recording class. I think they're maybe $20, and they have lasted me, 10 years. I don't need anything more than these. They're, just cheap, flimsy plastic, but they sound great. Sony makes some excellent headphones. And the cool thing about this one is it comes with an extra long cable, and it came with a 1/4-inch jack adapter. So this is like the size of a guitar cable's jack. It's 1/4-inch, and as you can see, it's a lot bigger than the standard 1/8-inch jack that comes on most microphones. So you need a 1/4-inch jack to fit into the port on your interface. So that is what you want in a set of headphones. You can use any headphones as long as you've got that 1/4-inch jack, a 1/4-inch adapter to help you. So finally, if you want to get into mixing and mastering music, you will need a high quality pair of studio monitors or studio speakers. I actually got these JBLs. They were about $150 a piece, and they are fantastic. I love listening to my music on them, and the reason why you need specific studio monitors is because regular speakers, they tend to have biases. They tend to not give you a very flat and genuine or sincere sound, and that's what you're looking for, because as you're recording music, you want to hear what your stuff sounds in reality. You don't want your speakers to accidentally boost the low end or the high end or the mids, because then you won't hear the true sound of your music or your vocals or whatever it is you're recording. You want to hear as flat and as unbiased of a signal as possible, so that if you wanted to boost the lows or the mids or the highs while you're mixing through Logic or GarageBand, you could do that, and you would know how you are boosting it. You would know every little change that you make. So that's why these studio monitors are important, but they're really not necessary for just recording or even doing basic mixing. You could do all of that with just a pair of headphones. However, if you are going to be mixing or mastering your music with headphones, then I recommend getting a nicer pair of headphones. Sennheiser has a good pair, and there's a few other brands. Just check out Sweetwater's website or Guitar Center's website, and you'll see just how inexpensive some of these really good headphones can be. But I guess if bare minimum, if you don't have enough money to get the microphone and the interface and the headphones and get them all in a high quality way, then I would say get a high quality microphone. Roughly around $100 to $150 will probably do the trick. Get an interface, again, around $100, $150, and a cheap pair of headphones, and that'll get the job done. So that's basically all you need as far as equipment goes. And that's all we're going to talk about in this video. Please stay tuned for the next video, in which I'm going to talk about the interface and how to correctly set it up in your microphone so that you can get the best setup for your initial recording before you get into mixing and mastering. Thanks, guys.